Check. One, two, three. All right, folks. So give me a little second here. We're gonna keep up. We're just gonna go ahead and keep up this silly little background here. I gotta pop into a couple things. Make sure we are running properly on certain certain little things over here. Make sure we're running on Rumble. Make sure we are running on Twitter. And we shall be on our ways in a second here. Give me a second. As you guys can see, the show has changed a little bit. The show has changed. The show has changed. I told you I was going to do this. I was not lying. I told you guys I was going to do this. I told you. I told you. Tomorrow, and I spent hours and hours and hours trying to rebrand this show. I told you I was going to do this. When I say I'm going to do something, I don't lie. I told you I was going to rebrand the show. I was going to give you unicorns. I was going to give you smiley faces. I was going to give you rainbows. And that's what I did. I'm also changing the stories that we're going to be doing. We're going to be talking about sports. We're going to be talking about entertainment. We're going to be talking about celebrities. We're going to be talking about all that gay shit I don't really care about. All right? Because this seems to be what everybody is interested in. Nobody cares about the real news. Now, I've already seen some news on X that I would love to talk about on this show, but we're not going to talk about it on this show currently right now because that's not this show. Nobody wants to hear about, oh my God, did Christopher Wray actually just resign from the FBI director? Did Christopher Wray resign as the FBI director? Oh, damn. Did Christopher Wray resign as the FBI? Well, we're not going to talk about that. Nobody gives a shit about that. We're not going to talk about that. You know what we're going to talk about? We're going to talk about unicorns, rainbows, and smiley faces because that's what everybody wants to know about. So I'm just going to give you guys a little heads up. If you guys look at the bottom right-hand corner right here, you see where it says Grok. I actually had Grok create this image for me. All right. So that being said, we're going to go ahead and pop right into me here. Another surprise. I could actually run the show off of Linux now. It looks as though Linux has decided to add a background removal filter. So actually, I could actually do the background removal thing now on Linux. That was one of the only reasons while I was doing the show on Windows. But now, since we have a background removal, it's not 100%. Like if I move too quick, you guys can still see the background. It's catching up okay. It's still not contouring my face very well. Still not contouring, and it still has a little work to go with the background removal. But it's still new technology, folks. It's still new technology. So, that being said, I don't even need this headset anymore. I thought I was going to use the headset because I forgot that this system doesn't even pull up my. It doesn't allow me to play like external songs onto the show anymore. So that's another little issue I'm having with this right now. But that's not a big deal. As you can see, even the main screen here, even the main screen for the show. I told you, I was gonna give you rainbows. I was gonna give you smiley faces. I was gonna give you all that crap, and I forgot I'm not wearing a hat. So that being said, I'm back with that. See, if I move too quick, then the background removal gets a little silly. Because it has to actually catch up with what I'm doing. So that being said, I can't even call it system failure anymore. It's not system failure. I haven't even thought of a name. I have not thought of a name for this happy-go-lucky smiley face show that we're going to do today. I haven't thought of a name yet, folks. I'm up for suggestions. I truly am. I'm up for suggestions on a new name for the show. Obviously, it's not going to be System Failure anymore. It's got to be something fun. It's got to be something free. It's got to be happy go lucky, joy joy. Maybe I should just name it the Joy Joy Show, the Joy Joy Show, because we're going to be talking about all that fun joy joy stuff instead of like actual real news. Because when I talk about actual real news, nobody watches this show. So we're not going to talk about actual real news anymore. We're just going to talk about like entertainment stuff. We're going to talk about bullshit. We're going to talk about all the stuff that truly doesn't matter all that much to me. But it seems that people would rather people would rather watch that than know about the real news that's going on in the world, know about real news that's going on in America. So we're just going to talk about superficial shit. That's the word I was trying to think of. We're going to just talk about superficial shit. We're going to talk about superficial shit on this show now. That being said, here's a superficial person coming right up here, and we'll be back after this little intro. It's only like a minute long, so I hope you guys enjoy. This was I don't even remember what the hell is this lady's name. Not Roseanne. Who the hell is this lady? I don't even remember who this lady's name is. Doesn't really affect my life at all, but I know she was somebody before. I just don't remember who the hell she was, but I hope you guys enjoy this little intro. I'm pretty sure you guys know who it is. I'm pretty sure you guys know who it is, but me personally, I don't remember who the hell it is. I think if I remember correctly, I think Trump made a joke about her being ugly or something like that. But like I said, I don't even remember what the hell her name is. So maybe you guys do. If you guys do know what her name is, please live chat me or hit me up in the comments. Let me know. Off the top, Rosie O'Donnell. Rosie O'Donnell, that's who it is. I knew it would eventually come to me. I'm getting old, folks. My brain doesn't work as well as it used to. But this is a little video from Rosie O'Donnell telling everybody that she has herpes. This is what she spends her time on now. This is the kind of stuff she does. She has to go online and talk about how she has herpes because basically there's nothing else going on in her life. So she goes on like TikTok and tells everybody, "Oh, by the way, guys, you were worried about me. Don't worry about me. All I got is a case of herpes." So there we go.
Well, hey everybody, it's Friday all day, as my Nana would say. And look what I have on my lip. Everybody's been saying, you have herpes all this time, and I never had a cold sore in my life. And now I have a cold sore. And it makes me think that perhaps this weird pimple that had a tiny little head was a cold sore too. And so I talked to my doctor today, and I did a video telehealth. And they said that it's not a cold sore, it's some reaction to the sun. Now, I did sit in the sun yesterday, but I had sunscreen on. So I don't know. I will let you know tomorrow if I do, in fact, have herpes, as some of the taunting from the MAGA people in the last couple of weeks. Hasn't it been fun, ladies and gentlemen, to be standing in direct opposition to everything he is and represents? And always have been. And always will be.
Oh my God, that lady has a horrible case of TDS. Do you see how bad this lady looks? I mean, not even just getting old. There are like some older ladies at her age that look like 10 times better than her right now. I mean, she's never really been like an attractive woman. She was never really an attractive woman. I think at one time she might have been a comedian or something. Not really 100% sure, but she was never really like a super attractive woman. But I recently saw a picture of probably one of the most attractive 60-year-olds I've seen in my life. I think she's like 60 years old now, but I saw a picture of her. Don't ask me why she posted it, but it was a super hot photo of one of my favorite actresses, and she was banging. She was banging. Marissa Tomei. Marissa Tomei is like 60 years old, and she's like still like unbelievably gorgeous. Like I would definitely I would probably hook up. I would probably hook up if I was like a billionaire, had the mad money. I was like all ripped and had like a 12 pack and stuff like that. I would try to hook up with Marissa Tomei because she's always been on my hot list. She's always been on my hot list. Marissa Tomei is, oh my god, that woman is gorgeous. That woman is gorgeous. Go check out Marissa Tomei, folks. She is still banging at 60 years old. All right. So that being said, we're gonna go ahead and jump into the show. I got way too much content here. I pulled way too much content for this show. It might go a little long depending on how much commentary I do. I'm gonna try to not do too much commentary on this show. I'm gonna try to give you guys the articles, and then we'll see how bad it goes. We'll see how bad it goes. Oh, by the way, also, if you guys are watching this currently, we are back on the Asian Libertarian channel. I will do a for all those people that have been following me on GSJ Media or Joss One Media Group. We're gonna pop back over here. I'm gonna leave a nice little. I'm gonna leave a nice little message for those people following those channels to please migrate back over to this channel. I'm going to try to build this channel back up. It's a lot easier to build a channel that you already have a significant amount of followers on it than to completely start from scratch, start from zero, and then try to build a channel that way. It's so much easier to build a channel when you already actually have a decent amount of followers. And I have around 4,000. I used to have 4,000, but it looks like I lost like three. I lost a couple hundred. I lost a couple hundred because I wasn't posting anything on the Asian Libertarian for a while. So I lost a whole bunch of followers there. But I used to have 4,000. Now I'm at like I think I'm at like 3.7. I'm at like 3.7 right now. So I used to have 4,000. So maybe I could bring back the numbers to 4,000 over there. We'll see how I do with these silly little shows I'm doing here. But I already have a couple. I already have a couple of you watching, so I guess that's already a good sign right there. All right, so let's go ahead and pop into the first story of the day here. Hopefully you guys will enjoy the content that I'm bringing you. And if you don't, then tell me, hey, I want to go back to that old show you were doing. I want to go back to hearing the news. I want to go back to hearing things that actually matter in my life. But like I said, we're putting in different input to try to see if we get a different output. Now, if this is the type of stuff you guys want to hear, you guys want to see on the show, then we'll do that. We'll do that. All right. If this makes the audience happy, then we'll do that. All right. So here's the only comment I'm going to make on this article. Here is the only comment I'm going to make on this article before we go ahead and pop right into this bad boy. I've been saying this for about 2 years now. Ever since this whole trans athlete thing popped in, the whole deal with boys playing against and competing against little girls, winning all their titles, winning all their tournaments, all that stuff, the whole Riley Gaines thing. Ever since that started happening, I'm like, oh, why don't you girls use your damn brains? Why don't you girls use your damn brains? The easiest way to stop transgenders from competing with little boys that think they're girls competing with little girls, the easiest way to do that is to just stop competing with them. Basically, just stop. Just stop. Just stop trying to compete with them. If you have some sort of game against a team that has a boy on it, just don't fucking play. Just be like, hey, coach, I'm out. Now, the rest of the team can play them if they so choose, if that's their prerogative, but I'm not playing. I'm not competing against a dude. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. And then the other girls on the team are going to be like, you know what? You know what? She's right. You know what? She's right. I'm not fucking playing either. And then the next girl's going to go, yeah, I'm with these two girls. I'm not fucking playing either. And then eventually it's going to become like a barnstorm. It's going to become a barnstorm where all the girls on the team are like, yeah, you know what? we're not competing against a dude either. And that was the only thing you girls had to do. Use your brains. That was the only thing you girls actually had to do, was just to use your brains. Well, it looks like the girls are starting to fight back, folks. It looks like the girls are now starting to fight back. It took a little while. It took a little while for these girls to start using their brains. But it looks like the girls are now starting to fight back. Things are starting to change. The LPGA, I did this story on one of my other live streams. The LPGA and the USGA, those are the women's golf associations. Well, the USGA, I think, is men and women, the United States Golf Association. And the LPGA, which is the Ladies Professional Golf Association, they ban men. Doesn't matter what, if you call yourself a transgender, you're a dude that thinks it's a woman. They banned all men with ding dongs from competing with girls in professional golf. They did. It's already happening. It's already happening, folks. It's already happening. But you guys remember the Paris Olympics? You guys even remember they had the Olympics in Paris? Yeah, remember when that Moroccan dude beat the hell out of all the women and won the gold medal in women's boxing? A Moroccan dude beat the crap out of all the women, won the gold medal in women's boxing. Well, all the women just had to say, "Yeah, fuck it. I'm not even gonna compete with this dude." And if all the women decided not to fight this dude that beat the crap out of them, what kind of tournament would they have had then? What kind of tournament would the and I'm sorry, but I think this background removal is getting a little bit better on here. I think it just needed to process my movements, and I got to stop moving so much in the show, but it's actually looking a lot better from when I started the show. So maybe that's what I have to do. I actually just have to start the program like in a while, so the computer can actually calculate the contours and everything, because it's starting to look way better than when I first started. All right. So that being said, the girls are fighting back. Again, I wanted to make that commentary really, really, really short. I know I pulled it out. I extend things out longer than they should be, but I'm working on it. All I wanted to say was the girls are fighting back. I'm glad the girls are fighting back. They're starting to use their brains. The girls are starting to use their brains. They're starting to fight back, and they're starting to say, guess what? I'm not fucking doing it. And if I'm not doing it, then the next girl's gonna like, I'm not doing it. Then the next girl's gonna be like, I'm not doing it. And then next thing you know, all the girls are gonna be like, fuck it. We're not doing it. We're not competing against boys. We're not going to compete against boys, because all we're going to do is just lose. All we're going to do is just lose. So the girls are actually starting to use their brains again. Or at all. High school caught in a whirlwind as students rebel over banning of shirts that protect sports from trans athletes. Don't know what this is all about. We're going to find out, though, real quick. Get your popcorn, folks. Get your popcorn ready. This is going to be a wild, wild ride. Let me introduce you to Martin Luther King High School, located in Riverside, California. The school is the latest to be drawn into a battle over cultural issues of transgender identifying athletes competing in female sports. Over the last few weeks, students who attend the school have drawn significant attention in connection to an ongoing lawsuit. It involves two female cross-country runners allegedly being banned from wearing their t-shirts that say Save Girls Sports. They're being banned from wearing shirts in cross country that says Save Girls Sports. The two teenagers alleged that their shirts were being hit with swastika comparisons by school officials. Meanwhile, a transgender identifying male athlete, it's a dude. It's a dude that thinks it's a chick, was taking a coveted spot on all the varsity cross country teams for females. Why is that? Why is that? Why is that? Because men have a athletic advantage over females. We all know that, right? We all know that, right? Unless you're a world-class female athlete in some sort of sport, you're never, ever, ever going to be better than a man in sports. I'm not saying you can't be better than them in other things. I'm saying men have a athletic advantage over women. So, that being said, the transgender athlete is taking the coveted varsity spots in the cross-country team from females. Why is that? Why do you think why do you think the dude that thinks it's a woman is so much better than all the girls on their team? I just told you. Because men have an athletic advantage over women. They're stronger, faster, and smarter. Well, not smarter, but they're stronger and faster. They're stronger and faster. They will always be stronger and faster than females. Like I said, unless you're like a world-class female athlete that trains 12 hours a day, you're never going to be stronger and faster than a man. The situation further escalated when another member of the team, Riley Moreau, gave a speech at the November 2024 school board meeting regarding her concerns about being forced to be in a locker room with a dude with a dong that was identifying as a transgender. She didn't like that. She didn't like having to change her little garments. She didn't like being in the girls' locker room with a dude with a dong that thinks it's a girl. So let's watch her. She does a good job. Let's watch her, folks. Out of order. Out of order.
Hello. I'm a student at Martin Luther King High School, and I run on the cross-country team. So I'm constantly affected by these actions that have taken place this season. And I have been around the females and just my team in general who have felt almost silenced to speak out about it because the whole LGBTQ is shoved down our throats, it is put in our face, and we live in a society where it is almost impossible to speak out on it without facing the repercussions of it. And I went myself to have a discussion with the head of the athletic director when nobody really felt comfortable enough to speak out. And I don't think it's fair, knowing Caitlin and knowing Taylor, to see their spots getting taken away, to see all these things being jeopardized for one person. It feels as though that my school and the school district is choosing to support one person instead of the whole team and the whole school as a total. Like, it's not fair. It's not okay. I try my best not to put personal beliefs into it, but seeing this first-handedly, seeing my teammates getting their spots taken for one person that's choosing to be a girl, it's not okay. I've done my research. I've looked into the CIF rules, and I've looked into the NCAA rules, two completely different things. And when I went into this meeting with the athletic director, I knew that. I knew that going into it, that teachers and coaches and people in the office can't speak on personal opinion. And then to see the athletic director turn around and tell my teammates that their shirts that say "Save Girls Sports" be compared to a swastika, that is not okay. These girls feel silenced, they felt silenced, and when they finally spoke out and did something to go against it and speak out, not directed towards a single person at all, they were completely stabbed in the back by the person that we were told would support us and be able to help us through this. They were said that it was a hate crime, that they were targeting that one person, and that is not the case at all. Taylor and Caitlin are two of the most nice people I've ever met in my life, and to see them having to be told that they're being hateful people is not okay. And it is not okay that I have to be in a position where I'm going to practice and having to see a male in booty shorts And having to see that around me as a 16-year-old girl, I don't find that as a safe environment. I don't at all. And going into a locker room and seeing males in there, I don't find that safe. I don't find going to the bathroom safe when there's guys in there. It's not okay. I'm a 16-year-old girl. There's girls around me where we do not feel safe having boys in our environment. And it isn't okay. It isn't okay to have them on our team. It isn't okay when it's the genetics.
Little 16-year-old girls do not like dudes with dicks in their locker rooms. What a shocker. Little 16-year-old, 15-year-old, 14-year-old girls don't like dicks in their locker rooms. That's a new one to me, folks. That's a new one to me. All right. So we're gonna move on to the next one. Like I said, we gotta move along on this train here because I pulled way too much content for this episode. But we're gonna try our best to get through it. We'll try our best to get through it. College football playoff announces the first 12-team bracket ever. I guess this is like the first year they're having the college football playoffs. If I'm wrong, please let me know in the live chat or the comment section because I truly don't give a shit about college football. I don't give a shit about the NFL. I don't give a shit about college football, although I used to like watching those things. I'm not going to say I didn't enjoy them at one time in my life. It's just right now, I think there are a lot more important things going on in the world than fucking college football. But everybody else seems to give a shit about what is going on in college football, going on in the NFL. So we're just going to talk about that shit because that's what you people want to hear. So we're going to talk about that shit. You don't want to know that World War III has already been started and we're probably all going to eventually die. But you don't want to hear about that. You don't want to hear about that. You'd rather know about the college football brackets. You'd rather know what 12 teams are actually in college footballs. What is it called? The college football playoffs. So that's what we're going to talk about. That's what we're going to go ahead and talk about. All right. And I know I did not throw the graphic in the show that I should have, so I'm just going to add it. I'm going to add it manually after I read this thing real quick. The inaugural 12-team college football playoffs bracket was unveiled on Sunday, signaling a significant shift away from in the way teams are chosen to compete for the national championship college football title. The playoff committee selections highlight the historical success alone does not guarantee a spot on the postseason. One of the most debated decisions in the whole entire thing was the inclusion of SMU. Don't even know who the hell they are. Over their three loss, Alabama as the 12 seed. SMU selection came after a narrow defeat in the ACC championship game, where a 56-yard field goal by Nolan Hauser sealed their loss. So, again, I don't even know who the hell SMU is. Don't really give a shit. But I got to go ahead and add a graphic here that I missed post. Pre-show, I did not add this bracket, so I'm just going to go ahead and add it right now. Please forgive that it's happening in front of you, but it's a live show, man. It's a live show. You get what you get. All right. So here's the bracket. Here's the bracket here of the 12 teams in the college playoffs. I guess this is the first year they're doing it, right? First year where they pick 12 teams to be in the college playoffs. Because mostly, wasn't it? If I remember correctly, before they used to just have some sort of committee that voted on the top, the top 4 teams or something like that. They just had a committee that voted on the top 4 teams in college football, and then those 4 teams played each other. Like team 1 played team 4, and team 2 played team 3, and then whoever won out of those 2 games, those 2 teams would play each other for the college football national championship. Like the top 4 teams, it used to just be the top 4 teams that played each other. If I'm wrong with that with college football, like I said, I'm not a huge fan. and I understand if I'm wrong, please let me know in the live chat or let me know in the comment section about that. But I believe that's what it used to be before. Was it the top 4 teams that was selected by a committee of, I guess, sports people? And those 4 teams basically played each other. Team 1 played Team 4, Team 2 played Team 3, and whoever won out of those 2 games then played the college national championship game. Well, it looks like they're having a little playoff thing now, which I kind of find more interesting. I do kind of find this more interesting. I don't know why they didn't do this a long time ago. Because if I remember correctly, the NCAA was it college basketball already had a playoff system. What was it? The Sweet 16. You had the 16 best teams in the league play for the national championship, right? They had that in basketball. They had that in basketball, in college basketball. So why didn't they have it in college football? They had it in college basketball. Why didn't they have it in college football? I mean, even the NFL has playoffs. The NFL has the playoffs, right? What was it? The best 10 teams out of the league. I think it's the best 10 teams out of the league go into the playoffs, and then they go to the championship or whatever, right? The best teams from the NFC, they all play each other. The best teams from the AFC, they all play each other, and then they dwindle down until you get to the best team in the AFC, and then you get the best team in the NFC, and then those teams, 2 teams play each other to see who is the best team. All right. They've had playoffs I think they've had playoffs in almost every sport out there. But why was college football the only ones that just picked the 4 best teams to play for the college championship? That didn't make a lot of sense. So I'm sorry. A lot of you guys, maybe a lot of you college football fans might disagree with me, but I kind of like this playoff system. I think it makes sense. I think it does make sense. Now, do I know how these teams are being picked and who's picking these 12 teams to be in the college football championship? I mean, I don't really care that much. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm looking at this list right now, and I see some of the teams on there that I would expect to be on this list. And then I'm seeing some teams that I thought would be on this list that are not on this list. But again, I'm not a college football fan, so I don't even know how well they did this year. I'm seeing some names that I know should probably be on this list. Like every single year, they're one of the better teams in college football, right? Like Georgia. I expected Georgia to be there. I expect Ohio State to be there. I expect Clemson to be there. I didn't know Clemson would actually be the 12 freaking seed. I thought Clemson would actually be a little bit higher than the 12 seed. But like I said, I don't follow college football, so I don't know. Maybe Clemson just sucked this year. But I expected Clemson to be there. I expected Georgia to be there. I expected Ohio State to be there. But there are some teams on this list that I expected some other teams to be on. I expected some other teams to actually make this 12-team playoff. But again, maybe they suck. I don't know, because I don't watch college football. What happened to Michigan? Michigan's not on here? Did Michigan just really suck that bad this year? Because didn't they win the championship last year? Didn't Michigan win the championship last year? And now they went from winning the college football championship to just the next year just completely sucking. Is that what happened? Here? Like I said, I don't understand who chose these 12 teams. I don't really care. I'm just saying there were some, and like I said, I'm not a huge fan of college football, so maybe Michigan did just completely suck giant balls this year. After winning the national championship, maybe Michigan just sucked giant balls. Don't know. I don't keep up with college football. But do you guys think this bracket is pretty much accurate? Like all these teams should be the top 12 teams in college football? Let me know. Let me know in the comment section. Let me know in the live chat if you guys want to chime in on that. That being said, we're going to go ahead and pop into. I'm going to knock this out real quick, and then we're going to pop into the video about this. Oh, by the way, that's the background without the big smiley face on it. I told you guys I was going to bring you rainbows and happy shit, right? When I say something, I'm going to do it. I told you I was going to bring you rainbows and happy shit and bright colors and unicorns and fucking butterflies and leprechauns and shit like that. I told you I was going to do it. I didn't lie to you folks. I told you I was going to do it. Now we're doing it. Now we're going to put our words into actions. We're going to put our words into actions, and I'm going to give you a giant gay fucking show that I really don't want to do.
Judgment Day is here. The bracket will be filled. No more data points to add. No more repentance will be considered. The path, once straight and narrow, widened with the new 12-team playoff. The playoff salvation is still found in the answer to one simple question. Do the good deeds outweigh the sins? Big wins, but bad losses, or modest achievements bolstered by the ultimate hypothetical resume bullet point. What if they lose their conference championship game on a walk-off 56-yard field goal? So, again, we don't know the answers. The committee unveils them. We see them when you do. Zach in graphics, he knows the answers because he's had to type it all up. So you guys ready to do this?
Let's do it.
For the first time, the 11th year of a playoff, the first year of a 12-team playoff, the number one seed, and I don't think there's a lot of drama here. There is one team that is undefeated in college football, and the number one seed, the Oregon Ducks, champions of the Big Ten, 13-0, victorious over Penn State, and the Ducks, Dan Lanning, go in as the number one seed. The number two seed, also, as expected, champions of the SEC, the Georgia Bulldogs. Find out about Carson Beck, who was hurt. Their backup Gunnar Stockton led them to victory in overtime against Texas yesterday to claim the SEC and get second seed and the second bye into the quarterfinals. Now, there are only two more byes left, and a conference champion has to claim each of those two byes, and there are three candidates. Here are the resumes. Boise State from the Mountain West, Arizona State from the Big 12, Clemson, a surprise winner in the ACC, and not listed on Boise State's resume. It's what we talked about earlier, their lone loss, a close game against Oregon. Who do you favor?
I favor Boise State, champions of the Mountain West, 12-1. And to your point, their only loss on the road at Eugene. They had to get a couple of kickoffs to beat them. I think they should be above those other two.
I would be stunned if it's not Boise State, because Tuesday, when you talk about the gap between Boise State and where Arizona State was and where Clemson was, I'd be stunned if they were able to jump them.
Oregon, Georgia, pretty easy. The third seed in the college football playoff, a bye into the quarterfinal, goes to Boise State. Strength of schedule overall in the 80s, right around 80, but Spencer Danielson's team, watch party there. Ashton Genty, Heisman Trophy candidate, and Boise State for years, they were the team that built their brand. They got in to those New Year's Six Bowls. They tried to slay the Giants. This is different. Now they're playing and competing for a national championship. Win, and they can take home the biggest prize. Now, one more bye in the quarterfinals remains. It will go to a conference champion, and we're down to Arizona State or Clemson. Who has the final bye? It's Arizona State. So Arizona State gets the bye. What a job Kenny Dillingham, the former Oregon offensive coordinator. Look at the potential in the semifinals of Oregon against Arizona State, and the Sun Devils celebrating a remarkable turnaround. Picked to finish dead last in the Big 12. Instead, they not only make the playoff, they get a bye into the quarterfinals. And we'll tell you where these bowl games will be. You can probably figure it out, but we'll tell you where the bowl games are a little bit later on. And that's what the quarterfinals will be, bowl games.
Just a tremendous reward for winning a conference championship, too. Highlighting the opportunity to avoid the first round, make it to the second round automatically, and getting that first round bye.
But I do want to point out something. Conference championships have been rewarded, but what you have is number 1 and number 2 in the rankings with a bye, but you also have number 9 and number 12. So it will be Clemson. So let's see where Clemson is. Clemson still ranked 16th. So the 16th ranked team in the country is seeded 12th. They got the lowest seed possible.
All right, I'm sure you guys got enough of that. And if you want to go watch it, go watch ESPN, because that's pretty. I'm pretty sure that's where the video came from. If you guys want to go watch the rest of the college rankings for the college football playoffs, go watch ESPN, because I'm pretty sure it's on there. That was like a 12-minute long video. I'm not going to sit here and play a 12-minute long video about the college football playoff rankings. But if you guys are interested in that stuff, you guys want to go hear about that stuff, then just go to ESPN and go watch that video. All right. So we're going to move on here. And again, this is college football. Again, we're talking about college football. We're going to talk about sports. We're going to talk about entertainment. We're going to talk about all that stuff that does not matter to me. But maybe it matters to you. So that's why we're here talking about it. The SEC athletic departments are still pushing DEI, despite the DEI offices being closed down. If you guys don't know what the SEC is, you definitely don't watch college football. The SEC is probably one of the better college conferences in all of college football. And I know that, like I said, I'm not a huge college football fan, but I used to be. I used to watch college football, and I know the SEC, the Southeastern Conference, is probably puts out probably some of the best football teams in the country. Right? Am I wrong? Am I right or am I wrong? Does the SEC not put out some of the best college football teams? I mean, there was a couple SEC teams on the college playoffs, right? Georgia, Clemson. I believe those were all SEC teams, and there was probably some others that are going to make the list also. So the Southeastern Conference athletic departments are still pushing DEI despite their DEI offices being closed in their schools. What is that all about? In the word of Charles Barkley, terrible. This is terrible, says Charles Barkley. This is completely terrible. I like Charles Barkley. I don't care about his politics. He's a funny guy. And I actually like the way he played basketball too. He's not one of these punk as little new age LeBron James falling to the ground like he was beat up in a fucking I don't know. He's a bitch. I think LeBron James is a bitch. When it comes to DEI offices, a lot of universities in the SEC have shut down all their operations over the past few years. But it appears there's still some shady ass business going on in the SEC. Let's start with the University of Texas. Obviously in the Lone Star State, where DEI is now completely illegal. In January of 2024, the state's governor, Greg Abbott, signed a law which closed the doors to all DEI offices in public colleges across Texas. Since then, there's been nearly no sign of anything DEI related on any college campus of the University of Texas. That's how it should be. But other universities in the SEC don't seem to be getting the picture. The University of Georgia might not have a DEI office anymore, but they have something similar to it. Currently, ideological tests, affirmations, and oaths, including diversity statements, are banned in relation to decision-making for admissions. This comes after the University System of Georgia, the USG, voted to completely get rid of DEI in university hiring processes and training for teachers. However, despite all of that, the University of Georgia has an office named the Office of Inclusive Excellence, which has a mission to increase the enrollment of underrepresented students at undergraduate and graduate levels in the University of Georgia. And that article is a much, much longer piece. I'm pretty sure they talk about some other SEC teams and stuff too, but I'm not going to sit here and read that whole entire article because it would possibly take up half the time of the show. So we're not going to do that. We are not going to do that. But here's a little video in regards to the SEC and DEI. Hopefully they talk something about it because I don't review these videos. I don't review all these videos, folks. I don't have time to watch all these videos and see what they're talking about. So we'll see what they say in this video.
Well, it's one of our final times of doing big bets. Maybe not. Maybe we'll do it during the playoff. Here we go. It's Thursday. Big bets.
It's time for Big Bets. Colin and J-Mac make their favorite Big Ten bets of the week.
All right, I like Oregon minus 3.5 over Penn State. They're humming. I think they're the best team in the country. Remember, they defend the tight end better than any team in America. Have not allowed a touchdown to a tight end all season, and Ty Warren is Penn State's primary weapon. The quarterback for Penn State, Drew Aller, has not been great against ranked opponents. I think Oregon's got a arguable head coaching, quarterback, and perimeter speed advantage. Oregon's also been a better big game team. I'll take the Ducks to win by over 3.5 points. I think.
All right, folks, we're not even going to watch that video because I have a feeling he's just going to be talking about a whole bunch of fucking college football shit. And he's never going to get to the whole DEI thing. So, and maybe he does at the end of the video, but we're not going to sit there and watch a 4-minute video for him to talk about it for like 5 fucking seconds. So that being said, we're going to move on to our next story of the day here. It looks like Bill Belichick might be trying to look into becoming a college football, because you know he retired, right? You guys know he retired from the NFL. He retired from the NFL. He retired from being the Patriots coach. Now they're saying that Bill Belichick might go become a college football coach. Here's my opinion on it. Like I said, I'm not a huge college football fan. I'm not a huge NFL football fan right now. Although, if I was going to watch any team, it'd still be the Bucks. That would be my team. That would be my home team, and I would still cheer for the Bucks. And if the Bucks make the playoffs, I'll watch the Bucks in the playoffs. Now, if the Bucks don't make the playoffs, I won't watch any NFL football for the rest of the year. That's just how it goes. If the Bucks make the playoffs, I'll watch football. They don't, then I won't care. I won't care who wins the Super Bowl. I won't care who wins the conference championship. I won't care about any of that shit. If the Bucks are in the playoffs, I'll watch the Bucks lose, because I'm sure they'll eventually lose. They're not gonna go through the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl and play the Chiefs. They're not. They're just not. But if the Bucks make the playoffs, I'll watch the playoff game. That being said, looks like Bill Belichick is possibly rolling into becoming a college football coach. However, some of his old players like Gronk and Tom Brady, these guys are now sports analysts on Fox News. Or I'm sorry, not Fox News, Fox Sports. Brady and Gronk are like NFL football analysts, or just football analysts on Fox Sports now. Tom Brady and Gronk don't see that Bill Belichick has what it takes to be a college coach. And it's not that he doesn't have the skill. It's not that he doesn't have the experience. It's not that he can't obviously run a good football team. Because we saw what he did with the Patriots. Even after Brady and Gronk left, the Patriots were still a decent team. They weren't the same team after Gronk and Brady left, but they were still a decent team. That being said, everybody knows that Bill Belichick is a good football coach, right? Everybody. They're not saying he's not a good football coach. Tom Brady and Gronk aren't saying that Bill Belichick's probably not one of the best football coaches in the country. They're not saying that. What they're saying is, I don't think Bill Belichick is cut out to be a football coach because of some of the job entailments that are required of a college football coach to go recruit new athletes for the team, talking to parents, talking to athletes, trying to recruit athletes to play on your team, blah, 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 blah. They're like, yeah, I don't think Bill Belichick wants to do that shit. Think about Bill Belichick sitting down with the 18-year-old fucking high school football player and going, yeah, I really want you to come to my football team here at whatever university or whatever college I'm the coach of. He's like, oh, really? Really? That sounds really cool. That sounds really cool. He's like, no, I really don't fucking want you. But I'm told I have to come out here and talk to your ass. I don't really want you. I don't care. I don't think you're that good of a player. But we got to fill our roster. So I was told to come fucking talk to you. That's what Tom Brady and Gronk have a problem with. They don't think he's cut out to go talking to 18-year-old little cocky little football players that think they're the shit. And when they get to college, they probably will realize that they're playing with everybody else that also thought they were the shit because they were the shit in high school. They're the best football player in their county in high school. And then they get to college and realize, oh shit, I'm playing with everybody else that was the shit in their area. So how do I compare to everybody that was the best football player in their area? He doesn't think that they don't think Bill Belichick's gonna be able to handle any of that. I don't know. Like, there have been some NFL coaches that went to college and did really well. Alabama's old coach, off the top of my head, I can't remember what his name is. Alabama's old coach, he did awesome with Alabama. You guys know who I'm talking about. If you're a football fan, you know who I'm talking about. And also Harbaugh, John Harbaugh. John Harbaugh, Michigan. I believe John Harbaugh used to be an NFL coach. He went to Michigan. Fucking Michigan destroyed. I think they won the college football championship last year. That's why I was like, wait, how's it possible that Michigan won the college football championship last year and you're telling me that they didn't even make the playoffs this year? But they won the championship last year, but you're telling me that they didn't even make the top 12 teams this year of college football? Is that what you're telling me? So again, there have been some NFL coaches that have prospered in college football. And maybe Bill Belichick could do it. There have been other NFL coaches that went to college football and did really well. So I'm not saying he can't do it. Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski, who won 3 Super Bowls under the leadership of New England Patriots head coach Bill Belichick, seems skeptical about his ability to navigate the college football game. Brady and Gronkowski joined former wide receiver Julian Edelman, who was also a part of their 3 Super Bowl winning team. Julian Edelman is one of my I like him. He's one of my favorite receivers. They discussed reports that Bill Belichick had interviewed for a job on the sidelines with North Carolina. North Carolina, was that the Gamecocks? Are they the Gamecocks? North Carolina? I don't know. Like I said, I don't even I don't even keep up with college football. So is North Carolina the Gamecocks? I could be wrong. Bill Belichick, who parted ways with the Patriots after a storied career, included 6 Super Bowl victories overall, is now seemingly exploring opportunities beyond the NFL. Brady, however, offered a rather blunt take about Belichick's handling of college athletes during his appearance on Fox NFL Sunday. There's a lot of things he can do. And obviously he is a tremendous in even showing his personality, Brady analyzed. But getting out there on the recruiting trail and having to deal with all these little college kids, I don't think he could do it. So let's hear from Gronk and Brady and see what they have to say.
Belichick is actually interviewing for college jobs. Can you imagine him coaching college?
No.
Absolutely not. Recruiting an 18-year-old?
Listen, you really want to come here? I mean, we don't really want you anyway, but I mean, I guess you could come. We'll figure out if you play.
Bring your parents and use them as a third party, you're gone. You're off the team. We're direct.
Some scar tissue built up here among these guys. Thanks for joining.
All right, let's watch that video again.
Belichick is actually interviewing for college jobs. Can you imagine him coaching college?
No.
Absolutely not. Recruiting an 18-year-old?
Listen, you really want to come here? I mean, we don't really want you anyway, but I mean, I guess you could come. We'll figure out if you play.
Bring your parents and use them as a third party, you're gone. You're off the team. We're direct.
Some scar tissue built up here among these guys. Thanks for joining.
Bill Belichick recruiting 18-year-olds saying, yeah, we don't really fucking want you, but come anyway. Maybe we'll see if you could actually play. So, again, I like all three of those guys. And I know they used to be former Patriots. They used to be under Bill Belichick. But I liked all three of those guys. I like Edelman. I like Brady. Brady used to be the quarterback for the Bucs. And Gronk used to be on the Bucs also. The weird thing about it is Brady and Gronk both left the Patriots. Brady and Gronk both left the Patriots and went to the Bucs. And then when they were with the Bucs, I think they almost they went into the playoffs like the first year. The first year that Brady and Gronk were on the Bucs, they went to the playoffs. They didn't win the Super Bowl, but they went to the playoffs first year as Brady being the quarterback. That's pretty damn impressive. First year quarterback on a team, taking them to the playoffs. That's not too shabby. Not too shabby. I actually do think Brady had a little bit more in him. I actually do think Brady could have probably went one more season. I think Brady could have pulled off one more season. But I'm not upset. I'm not upset. He doesn't need to do it. Brady is going to go down as probably one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL ever. Say what you want. Maybe you're a hater. Maybe you're a hater. Maybe you hate Brady. And I'm sure a lot of people out there do. But Tom Brady is probably going to go down as one of the greatest quarterbacks in the NFL ever. I mean, the guy, he won 6 Super Bowls. He went his first year to a brand new team, the Tampa Bay Bucs, and took them to the playoffs. His first team as their his first year as their quarterback. I think he's going to go down as one of the greats. But again, I'm also not upset because I think we also I think we also replaced Tom Brady with a very, 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 very good replacement quarterback. I don't remember the guy's name, but I know he used to be one of the best quarterbacks in college football when he was playing college football. I don't remember. I'm sorry, folks. I'm not that big of a fan of NFL. I'm not even that big of a fan of the Bucs right now, or else I would tell you what his name was, but I can't because I'm not that big of a fan of the NFL right now. But I know he's a very good quarterback from, I don't know. Was he the Heisman? Was he the Heisman winner in college football? I don't remember. Like I said, I can't confirm any of that information. All right. So, Giants players allegedly paid Giants player allegedly played a OnlyFans model to flash the Saints. I did my part, says the Giants player. I did my part. Or no, maybe she said she did her part. I don't know. Either way, it's fucking hilarious. Either way, it doesn't matter. OnlyFans model claims she exposed herself to an NFL team after allegedly being asked by an opposing player to do so. Ava Luis shared what she said are messages from an unnamed New York Giants player offering her 2 free tickets in exchange for flashing the New Orleans Saints at the game. That's her right there. Looks like she has some nice little boobies on her. It's unclear if she falls under the category of. It's unclear if this actually falls under the category of unsportsmanlike conduct. But what a Giants player allegedly did to distract the opposing team on Sunday is on another complete level. OnlyFans model Ava Louise claims she was gifted free tickets to the Giants-Saints game at the MetLife Stadium on Sunday, but only if she flashed the Saints to distract them. The unnamed player requested that he remain unidentified to prevent being fined or fired by the Giants. Louise shared screenshots from her OnlyFans page, which reportedly showed the text of a conversation between her and the unnamed Giants player. Louise captioned the post with a message: "Doing what I do for a living has its perks," says Ava Louise. And here are the text messages. I'm going to read it for you folks. I know it's up on the screen. You could probably read it yourself, but I will read it. I will do my best to give you this information because I will most likely be posting this video also on Spotify. So if you're not watching the video on Spotify, you could actually hear what is actually being talked about on the screen. The unnamed player requested that he remain unidentified to prevent being fired or fined by the NFL or the Giants. Louise shared screenshots from her OnlyFans page, which reportedly show a text of a conversation between her and the unnamed Giants player. Anonymous Giants player. Hey, sexy. Hey, sexy. Got those 2 free tickets to the game if you do me a solid and flash the Saints to distract them. Louise goes, "Oh my God, what for how? Oh my God, what for how?" I believe that's what. These people don't use English anymore in text, so I'm assuming that's what she said. Oh my God, what for how? Anonymous Giants player. I play for the Giants. I got you, girl. I play for the Giants. I got you, girl. I can get you tickets to the game. Louise says, "Ha ha, what number are you?" Don't do that. Don't do that. He's trying to be anonymous. He already told you he was one of the players. He already told you he was one of the players. Let's just leave it at that. Let's just leave it at, I'm one of the players. Let's just leave it at that, all right? Ha ha. What number are you? So I make sure to get a good look at who you are. Again, stop asking those types of questions. He's trying to be anonymous. He already told you he was a Giants player. He's trying to be anonymous. If he gives you his number, you know exactly who he is. You are going to sell him out to make thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. The dumbest person in the world would have told you who they were. He already told you he was a Giants player. That's good enough. That's good enough. The anonymous Giants player says, you'll be able to figure it out easily at the game. I can't have you put me on blast and get me fined or, get me fired. I can't really have you put me on blast. He's like, you'll be able to figure it out easily when you're at the game. You'll easily be able to figure it out when you're at the game who I am. But I can't have you putting me on blast, getting me fined or fired. See, like I said, he's a smart, say what you want about football players, but he was smart. He was like, yo, girl, if I tell you who I am, you're going to throw it out there on the internet. Everybody's going to know it's me. I'm going to get fined by the NFL. I'm probably going to get fired from the Giants for doing this. And I don't want that. You'll probably make thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars just by putting my name out there, talking to one of these stupid little liberal shitbag outlets. And you'll probably make like 50 grand. but I'm going to lose my job. I'm probably going to get fined by the NFL, or I'll probably get fired by the New York Giants. And I don't really want that, yo. I don't really want that. I just want you to do what you need to do. Got it, girl? Got it? So he was actually a really smart Giants player, whoever he was. Whoever he was, I don't know who he was, but he was actually a really smart Giants player. So let's watch that video of her flashing the New Orleans Saints.
20,000 people that have no hands. Okay, who wants to leave their money to their kids? The case than what they did for you doesn't mean anything. Do I have any hands? 20,000 people that have no hands. Okay, who wants to leave their money to their
Okay, did she just flash did she just flash herself at a Donald Trump rally? And like that never made the news? Did this OnlyFans model also, she flashed at the football game. She flashed at the Donald Trump rally. She flashed in front of a bunch of people. I don't know where the heck that was. But she's like flashing people all over the place. But she flashed at the Donald Trump rally. That never made the news. I never heard anything about an OnlyFans model flashing at the Donald Trump rally. Did you guys hear anything about that? I don't remember hearing anything about that. All right, let's move on to the next story of the day. Like I said, I got too many stories to dwindle on about one story. All right, so if you guys didn't hear at all, there was a allegation. I'm going to call it an allegation because, like I said, every man should be allowed to defend themselves of accusations. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. If you think that I'm protecting P. Diddy or Jay-Z or Feminem or any of these celebrities, because I'm not. I would never defend a celebrity. I would never defend a celebrity and say celebrities aren't pieces of shit. Because a lot of them are. A lot of these celebrities are pieces of shit. They think they're better than everybody else. They think they could get away with doing things that would get other people thrown in prison because they are celebrities. And sometimes they actually do get away with these things because they are celebrities. Here's the problem. Here's the problem. Thinking like a person that has seen this happen before to a lot of other men. A lot of other men denied this also. And the whole believe all women thing only works when it's against a conservative man. Because I don't see any women coming out there and saying, yeah, P. Diddy's bad, Jay-Z's bad, all these people that were involved with P. Diddy bad, Obama's bad, Beyonce bad, all these people that were involved with Jay-Z and P. Diddy. I don't see anybody coming out and saying anything bad about them. But when it's a Brett Kavanaugh, when it's a Russell Brand, when it's any man that has some sort of power, popularity, or money, things of that nature, they all get accused of rape eventually. You all will get accused of rape eventually by some old person in your life that either wants to get rich by accusing you of rape or having some sort of vindictive like thing at you, like they're pissed at you. You broke up with them. They didn't like it. Now they're going to accuse you of rape to basically destroy your life. Again, I'm not supporting any celebrities. I'm not supporting any men. I'm just saying you can't believe everything a woman says. If you believe that women don't fucking lie and don't lie about being raped, then you are not fucking paying attention because women lie a fucking lot. I'm not defending Jay-Z. I'm not defending P. Diddy. I'm not defending any of those people. I don't know. I was not there. I cannot confirm nor deny. anything that happened. But since it is in the news, we will talk about it. Got it? That's what we do. We'll talk about it. And again, I'm not gonna confirm or deny. I'm not gonna push one way or another. I'm just gonna bring you the information. You make your own judgments on that. Jay-Z faces being dropped by the NFL for his child rape allegations. Here's the deal. That this doesn't go into deeper details, which I will give you. Supposedly, a girl has come out now and sued P. Diddy and Jay-Z for raping her when she was a 13-year-old girl after the 2000 MTV Music Awards. That's the detail. That's the headline. That's the headline that's missing from this one. The headline is P. Diddy and Jay-Z rapes a 13-year-old girl at a P. Diddy after party after the MTV Music Awards in 2000. That was the rape allegation. Again, I'm not saying Jay-Z did it. I'm not saying P. Diddy did it. But that is the accusation. That is the allegation against these two guys. And like I said, I'm pretty sure it's not just them. I'm pretty sure it's not just Jay-Z. It's not just P. Diddy. It's probably not just Feminem and all those other people that hang out with P. Diddy. I mean, it's all of them. There's going to be a large list. There's going to be a large list of people involved in this. LeBron James was very involved with P. Diddy and the P. Diddy freak-offs. LeBron James was all about the P. Diddy freak-offs. LeBron James was on videotape going, there ain't no party like a P. Diddy party. Yeah, there ain't no party like a P. Diddy freak-off party. Because I like going to P. Diddy freak-off parties. Yeah, LeBron James was in a video supporting the P. Diddy freak-off parties. So there's a large list of people involved in this whole P. Diddy thing. That's why I'm like, you know what? You knows what's? I'm trying to adjust my. So there you go. I broke my filter. Again, I'm not making accusations on any of these folks. But there are a lot of people involved in this P. Diddy thing. And they're probably scared shitless that they're going to be outed. Now, I knew there was already a celebrity that's name was going to be put out there because last week there was already an article saying there was another person there. And there is another name. There is another name besides Jay-Z and P. Diddy. But supposedly that person didn't rape the 13-year-old girl. It was only Jay-Z and P. Diddy that raped the 13-year-old girl. However, the other celebrity that was there, celebrity number three that was there, didn't rape the 13-year-old girl. That was only P. Diddy and Jay-Z. What the third celebrity that was there did was just watched. The third celebrity involved in this whole accusation just watched as P. Diddy and Jay-Z raped the 13-year-old girl. So I don't know exactly what's going on here, but I read enough articles to give you guys more details. Like I said, I can't confirm or deny any of these things that I'm saying, but I read the articles, so I have more details about the situation than most people know because I've read all the articles. There was a third celebrity at the rape of this 13-year-old girl. She probably named him. She probably knows him. He's probably a big celebrity, just like Jay-Z was a big celebrity. She knew who Jay-Z was. She knew she was at the P. Diddy party. P. Diddy and Jay-Z were raping her. And there was a third celebrity when she was being raped by Jay-Z and P. Diddy. She knows who that third celebrity was. But she said that third celebrity did not rape her. The third celebrity, all he did was watched. He watched as P. Diddy and Jay-Z raped her. So you take it for whatever you want to take it as. I'm just bringing you the information. Rapper Jay-Z could be dropped by the NFL as the producer of the Super Bowl halftime show, following the latest allegations that he raped a 13-year-old girl along with P. Diddy. According to rap mogul Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, the hip-hop star, whose real name is actually Sean Carter, he's not Jay-Z, his name is actually Sean Carter, was accused of raping a child in a refiled civil lawsuit in the Southern District of New York on Sunday. The alleged victim claims she was preyed upon by the rapper during a drug-fueled P. Diddy freak-off party after the Video Music Awards show at the Radio City Music Hall on September of 2000. Now Jay-Z is set up to lose one of his highest-paying gigs ever, in which he partnered with the NFL to produce the Super Bowl halftime show. 50 Cent posted this on Instagram. Now, if you guys don't know, 50 Cent is not a huge fan of P. Diddy and his little ilk. 50 Cent is not involved. 50 Cent is not involved with P. Diddy. 50 Cent and a lot of other folks are not involved with P. Diddy. A lot of people were already... A lot of people in that type of arena, let's say, are not fans of what P. Diddy did. They know what P. Diddy did. They heard what P. Diddy did. They might have been actually at a P. Diddy freak off at one time and they realized what was going on. So they knew what was going on with the P. Diddy thing. I watched a interview with Cat Williams it was probably about a year ago. It was probably about a year ago or 2 years ago that Cat Williams did he did like an interview. I think it was last year. Cat Williams did an interview last year with former NFL player Sharp. I forgot what his first name is. Shannon Sharp. He did an interview with Cat Williams, famous comedian. He did an interview with Shannon Sharp like last year. It was a good interview. I liked it. I like shit, I forgot what his name is. Cat Williams. I like Cat Williams. He did an interview with Shannon Sharp last year where he was talking about all you Hollywood people out there, all you pedos, all you pedophiles, all you rapists, all you P. Diddy, and he didn't say P. Diddy, all you P. Diddy freak off people, all this shit's going to come out. The light is going to be shined on you. All this is going to eventually come out. And all of you are going to scatter like the bunch of garbage little roaches you are for the nasty, disgusting crap that you've been doing. And this is coming from Cat Williams. Cat Williams in an interview like a year ago with Shannon Sharp. Go look it up. You guys can look it up. Go look up the Shannon Sharp show, and then find the Cat Williams interview that Shannon Sharp did with Cat Williams. Go watch that interview. It's unfreaking believable. It was like last year he did it. He's like, all you Hollywood pedos, you child fuckers, all you nasty, dirty little, it's all going to come out. It's all going to come out. And when it all comes out, it's probably going to destroy Hollywood. And when it all comes out, it's probably going to destroy Hollywood. He's like, I know all of you. I know all your names. I know everybody's involved. I know everybody that's involved. And he does. He does. Just like 50 Cent knows everybody that's involved. 50 Cent is not involved, but 50 Cent knows everybody that's involved. Cat Williams is not involved, but Cat Williams knows everybody that's involved with it. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying, folks? So 50 Cent also posted this on his Instagram, and I'm sorry I don't have that. They didn't provide that in the article. Okay, I don't know what's going on here, but we're gonna still have a Super Bowl. 50 Cent said, okay, I don't know what the hell's going on here, but we're still gonna have a damn Super Bowl. Worried emoji. I'm just asking for a friend. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. He said, okay, I don't know what's going on here, but are we still gonna have a Super Bowl? That's what 50 Cent. That's what 50 Cent posted on his Instagram. And again, I didn't have the Instagram. They didn't provide it in the article, but 50 Cent basically goes, okay, I don't know what the hell's going on here yet, but are we still having a Super Bowl at all? Worried emoji. I'm just asking for a friend here because he wants to know if we're still having a Super Bowl. Because Jay-Z was supposed to do the halftime show for the Super Bowl. And well, looks like he was raping little girls with P. Diddler. He was raping little girls with P. Diddler. So now it seems as though, are we still having a Super Bowl? Oh, 50 Cent. I hope 50 Cent comes out and is not involved. I hope 50 Cent comes out and he says, I'm not involved in this shit at all. I have nothing to do with this. I have nothing to do with P. Diddler. I have nothing to do with Jay-Z. I have nothing to do with Feminem, that little cracker ass little bitch. I have nothing to do with those motherfuckers. 50 Cent, who has a long running feud with Sean Carter, Jay-Z, is currently working on a tell-all Netflix docuseries about the sex trafficking and racketeering offenses of P. Diddler Combs has been charged with. Jackson also accused Carter, that would be Jay-Z again, of trying to ban him from the 2022 Super Bowl halftime show, only to backtrack when Feminem threatened to pull out. That's weird. I didn't know that Feminem and 50 Cent were such huge friends. I didn't know that Feminem and 50 Cent were such big friends there. The alleged victim claimed that both P. Diddler, Sean Puffy Diddy Daddy Combs, and Jay-Z, Sean Carter, held her down before raping her. So they forced her down, held her down while they were raping a 13-year-old girl. That's super awesome. And again, I'm not saying this actually happened. These are accusations. But if you're a girl, a 13-year-old girl at a P. Diddy after party after the Video Music Awards in New York City, you're a 13-year-old girl at a P. Diddy freak-off party. What? The question is, what the fuck was a 13-year-old girl doing at a P. Diddy freak-off party? Second question is, who the hell else knew about this? It wasn't like they just took her into a, P. Diddy freak-off parties have like hundreds of people at them. The P. Diddy freak-off parties have like hundreds of people at the P. Diddy freak-off parties. I guarantee you, other people at that party knew about what was happening. They knew a 13-year-old girl there. And why the hell is a 13-year-old girl at a P. Diddy freak-off party? Did any of the adults there ask that? Hey, this girl's looking kind of young. This girl, I'm gonna have to ID. Oh shit, you're 13. What the are you doing at a P. Diddy party? Because you know how we like to do it at P. Diddy parties. You know, like how we like to do it at P. Diddy parties. What the fuck is a 13-year-old girl doing at a P. Diddy party? Have you ever thought about that? Have you ever thought about that? What? Why would a 13-year-old girl be at a P. Diddy party? So again, I'm not trying to make any accusations. I'll let you guys make up your own minds about Jay-Z, about P. Diddy the Diddler, Jay-Z, Feminem, all of those people involved. And was it Feminem? Was it Eminem that the 13-year-old girl was talking about? I mean, think about it. They all hung out together. They all hung out together, right? Jay-Z, P. Diddler, Eminem, they all hung out together. Who's to say that that third celebrity that she said did not rape her, but just sat around and watched her getting raped by Jay-Z and P. Diddler? Who's to say that third celebrity wasn't Eminem? Or as we call him now, Feminem. Who's to say that third celebrity wasn't Eminem that was watching Jay-Z and P. Diddler rape this 13-year-old girl? If it comes out that it was Feminem, I'm going to be like, I called it. I called it. I called it. If it comes out in the court records, the 13-year-old girl, which she's not 13 anymore, obviously, that was 2000. But this girl comes out and says, yes, the third celebrity that was watching me being raped by Jay-Z and P. Diddler was Eminem. I'd be like, I called it. I called it. I called it. The Asian Libertarian called it.
I do want to switch gears and talk about this breaking news just happening tonight that involves both Jay-Z and Diddy now. This is an amended complaint accusing Jay-Z of raping a 13-year-old girl in 2000 along with Sean Diddy Combs. This is a new civil filing, and we see the anonymous accuser here alleging the assault occurred after she was driven to an MTV Music Video Awards after party. This lawsuit was originally filed in October, just today refiled to include Jay-Z. I mean, let's start with the basics here. What are you learning about this? What is standing out to you?
Well, what is standing out to me is she was very specific about several things. She describes the house, she describes the driveway, she describes the exact assault, what happened. She talks about various stages of things that occurred. And I think that this is good because this way it can either be corroborated or not corroborated. So she's painted herself in a corner.
Why add Jay-Z now? If this originally was filed back in October, why not do it then?
Very interesting question. I think, we're seeing the same attorney for many of these complainants. And I think we're going to see more and more people added. I think there's a lot that they were looking to prove, and maybe they didn't quite have what they thought they needed to file against Jay-Z initially.
We always appreciate the insight and time. Jennifer Coffendorfer, thank you.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.
All right, folks. I'm not going to lie. News Nation has been doing some pretty good stuff. And I'm not saying just because of that thing, but News Nation has been doing some pretty good stuff. They got some pretty decent people over there. They're doing some pretty good stuff. I'd like to see News Nation become a little bit more, how do you say, more, not mainstream. I don't want them to become more mainstream, but like a bigger network. I'd like them to start competing with the Fox Newses and the MSDNCs and the which they don't really have to compete with the MSDNCs and the CNNs anymore because those channels are collapsing. The CIA News Network and MSDNC, those networks are collapsing. So I would like News Nation to start competing with like Fox News and stuff like that. That would be super awesome. Because they're actually doing some pretty decent stuff over there at News Nation nowadays. I don't know if you guys know that or not. They're actually doing some pretty decent stuff. Some of the clips, some of the video clips I've seen from News Nation, pretty good reporting, pretty good stuff. All right. So what do you guys think? You heard from that lady. I don't even know who that lady was, but you heard from that lady. She thinks the same thing as I think. She is thinking the same thing that I'm thinking. And that's what? There are going to be more names involved in this. It's not just Jay-Z. It's not just P. Diddler. There are going to be more and more and more and more and more names in this lawsuit against P. Diddler raping this little 13-year-old girl. She probably has a list of celebrities that were all at the party. This 13-year-old girl probably has the names in her head of all the celebrities she saw at the P. Diddy party. Those people probably don't want their names in this lawsuit. But as the woman said, and again, I don't remember who she was. She's probably like a lawyer or something. There are going to be more and more and more and more names coming to this lawsuit. So just watch. We'll be watching. We'll be watching. Like I said, I'm not doing real news anymore. I'm not doing real news. We're not talking about World War III. We're not going to talk about what's going on in the country. None of that. We're just going to do entertainment news from now on. So this is the kind of stuff you guys are going to get. We will be watching the P. Diddler stuff. We will be watching all of this, keeping track of everything going on. All right. Now, if you guys don't know who Rachel Zegler is, then you're probably not a Disney fan. She's like Disney's little, I don't even know what you call it. She's like the epitome of what Disney is right now. She first started off in that, not Game of Thrones. What was that shit called? The movie with the thing with I don't remember what the name of the movie is called anymore. My brain is taking a dump today. You know, with the Arrow girl and the birds. I don't even remember. You guys know what I'm talking about. It was like a big movie. It was like 3 of them. I can't think of the name of it right now. You know, with the weird little cities, how you had the 12 little districts. District 1, District 2, District 3, District whatever. And then, the girl was from, What's-Her-Face was from District 12. But there was actually a District 13, too. We find that out later in, like, the second movie. You know, that movie. I don't remember what it was called. She was in one of the remakes. She's like Disney's little golden child now. She's like the epitome of what Disney wants their future to be. This Rachel Zegler girl. And because I've already done some stories on her and stuff. This Rachel Zegler girl is what Disney wants to promote as their new it girl. This is Disney's new it girl. This Rachel Zegler girl is Disney's new it girl, right? Disney always has an it girl. At one time, it used to be Britney Spears and it used to be Christina Aguilera were the it girls. And then after they got a little bit older, then it became Selena Gomez and some other Disney chicks. But they always have it girls. Disney always has it girls, all right? Rachel Zegler is Disney... Oh, this side. Rachel Zegler is Disney's it girl right now. However, the it girl is, I think, losing money for Disney, not making money for Disney. She's talking a lot of political stuff that sort of kind of pushes people away from watching anything she does. But that's Disney's it girl right now. This Rachel Zegler girl. I don't understand it. I don't work for Disney. Never would work for Disney. Don't understand what they're doing over there because Disney always had smart people running the company before. I guess it was like $1 billion company before. And now Disney is taking like a huge giant dump. Like nobody even wants to go to Disney World anymore. I live in Florida. Disney World is like our big thing. Nobody even gives a shit about going to Disney World anymore. Even I was with my family, and my family are a bunch of liberals. And my mom was talking about, hey, maybe we should go visit Disney World because my mom's in from, for vacation or whatever. And my mom said something about, hey, maybe we should go to Disney World or Epcot or something like that. And then my sister, who is a giant, let's just say she's not my political persuasion. Let's just say that. I'm not gonna call her out. She's not my political persuasion. She's like, yeah, I don't really want to go to Disney. Disney World is like really, really damn expensive now, and it's not really worth it. And like, I kind of really don't want to go. I was like, that coming from someone on the other side of the political persuasion for me tells you a lot. Tells you a lot. When someone that probably voted for Comrade Kamala tells you they don't want to go to Disney. They don't want to go to Disney. They don't want to go to Disney. It costs way too damn much and it's not fucking worth it. That tells you a lot about Disney, right? Does that not tell you a lot about Disney now? It's way overpriced. Nobody gives a shit about it. And it's garbage. It's garbage. Have you seen the stuff Disney's doing lately? It's fucking garbage. So this new movie, Y2K, tanks at the box offices, losing more money for Disney, but they seem to like losing money. Disney seems to like losing money. A24 Studios' latest take as a cheeky look at possible computer glitches at the turn of the century. Many expected a digital disaster of epic proportions. Spoiler alert, it was all hype and no show. It was all hype and no show. It's fine fodder. It's fine fodder for a movie, particularly a horror comedy starring Rachel Zegler, the biggest star in a relatively unknown cast of characters. She was the biggest star. The Rachel Zegler, the Disney It Girl. The Disney It Girl is the biggest star in the movie. Tell that to the audience. Tell that to the audiences who completely avoided the movie for more mainstream titles like Wicked and Moana and Gladiator 2. Y2K's tepid release forecast tapped out at about 5 million. No such luck over the weekend either, with the film only getting about 2 million from 2,100 theaters. The far left Deadline noted how poorly the film performed, both for the spunky genre and most notable star, the It Girl for Disney. Genre has typically worked here in a niche form, but not for A24's Rachel Zegler, led by Y2K, is blimping out with only a $2 million opening at a C cinema score. While Arthouse Arthouse is a movie production company, distributions like Neon and A24 have low thresholds for success. And this Kyle Mooney directed horror comedy cost under $15 million. $2 million isn't about to brag about. $2 million isn't anything to brag about. So wait, if you're telling me that the movie cost $15 million and your opening weekend, you only made $2 million. That math don't add up, right? That math does not add up right? If you spent $15 million to make the movie and your opening weekend, you only made $2 million. That math isn't going in a positive direction. If you're getting my drift, that math is not going in a positive direction. It's going in a negative debt towards direction. It's going like a Kamala Harris campaign direction, where Kamala Harris spent $1.5 billion for her campaign in 100 days. And now she is $20 million in debt. That's the direction this movie's going in. You spent $15 million to make the movie, and your opening weekend, you only took in $2 million. I think this is going to be a loser. I think this movie's going to be a loser. And it's certainly not good for Zegler at all because, she's Disney's It Girl. She's Disney's It Girl, and the movie she just made can't even pull in $2 million when it cost them $15 million to make. It cost them $15 million to make the movie. In their first opening weekend, they can't even pull in $2 million. And the opening weekend, this is why I say this. Because the opening weekend is the weekend where you make all your money, shows how much people want to watch the movie. After the opening weekend is over, the views go down and down and down and down, 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 down. The opening weekend is when you find out if anybody wants to watch your movie. The opening weekend only got $2 million. That shows that after that weekend, you're only going to get less and less and less and less and less and less viewership for the movie. It's never going to bring in 15 million. It's never going to come anywhere close to bringing in 15 million. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's a negative. It's going to be a net loss for those movie companies, for those investors, whoever those movie companies people were, whoever invested in that movie, whoever the executive producers were. It's going to be a net loss for them. Nobody wants to watch that stupid ass movie. Do you understand what I'm saying? The Zegler, a rising star thanks to her West Side Story. That's what it was. Hunger Games. I was talking about the Hunger Games earlier with the girl with the bow, with the birds and shit. Hunger Games. She was in the last Hunger Games done by Disney or some shit. She was in West Side Story and she did Hunger Games. She cemented it. Actress status being snagged by the leading role in Disney's Snow White. She was in Disney Snow White. She did the Hunger Games. She did West Side Story. She's the Disney It Girl. But no one seems to give a shit. Oh, God. All right, so let's watch a little trailer for this. And you guys can go watch it. I'm not telling you not to go watch it. You watch this trailer. You watch this trailer of this movie. And you tell me in the live chat or in the comments if you want to go watch this movie with Rachel Zegler. You watch. I'm going to play you the official trailer for this movie. And then you go tell me, are you going to watch this Y2K movie with Rachel Zegler? Give me a second here.
Wild chicken.
Fire. Any lucky lady gonna get the midnight kiss?
Just talk to her, dude. What's up, Laura?
We're actually going to this New Year's thing. It's gonna be a total shit show.
Oh.
See ya.
It's 1999, and we getting drunk.
In a few hours, you have an excuse to kiss the girl of your dreams.
Open up. Take us away.
So smooth.
Y2K is real.
Someone's on the net.
Dumbass. I use gel.
Oh, shit. A Tamagotchi just drilled through a chick's head.
Come on, we gotta go.
We are experiencing major problems as a result of the Y2K breakdown.
Bye-bye, human race.
We're talking global computer apocalypse.
Sorry, guys. I guess you're fucked.
They made a video and everything. That's crazy.
You don't know how this shit works.
Grab a bike, grab a board, grab whatever you can.
This has been the shittiest night of my life.
Fuck this!
But it's cool that we got to hang out for once.
Oh, let go!
I get knocked out, but I get up again.
Again, folks, I'm not watching that movie. I have no interest in watching that movie. Maybe you want to watch that movie. I was around during Y2K. I was around then. I have no urge whatsoever to watch that movie. And I can understand why it's only made $2 million in its opening weekend. Because what I just saw there in the official trailer for that movie does not make me ever want to watch that movie. Like, I'm going to go to my grave knowing that I did not waste 2 hours of my time watching that stupid ass movie. I can understand. I can understand why it's going to lose money. I can understand why that movie's not going to make jack shit for the people that made it. It's only going to be a loser. It's going to be a loser. They're going to lose millions and millions and millions of dollars because that's not a movie that anybody wants to watch. But that's just my opinion. Maybe you have a different one. Maybe you want to go watch it. Maybe that was super awesome for you. Maybe that was a super awesome trailer for you and you want to go watch it. Hey, I'm not going to knock you. I'm not going to knock you. Just don't tell me you watched it. You can go watch that movie. You can enjoy that movie. You can be like, oh my God, that brings back so many memories. But don't fucking tell me you watched it because I'm not going to respect you after that. All right, so let's talk about our last story of the day. Let's knock this one out real quick. Tim Walz's daughter stirs the pot with a wild Joe Rogan red flag accusation. I'm just going to talk to you guys about this real quick. I'm not going to make any commentary on it. I'm just going to read through the article and then we'll play a little video. We'll call it quits for today. Hope Walz, the 23-year-old daughter of Minnesota Governor Tampon Tim Walz, often dubbed Tampon Tim by critics for his fixation on left-wing social issues, recently shared her peculiar dating criteria, leaving many conservatives shaking their heads. Why do conservatives even give a shit what Tampon Tim's daughter says on fucking social media? That's not even a person I would be following. That's not even a person I would care to even hear what this dumb girl has to say. As reported by the Gateway Pundit during an online rant, Hope Walz, daughter of Tampon Tim, revealed that she and her friends used Joe Rogan's Instagram following as a litmus test for all the men that they date. I wonder what that's all about. In her own words, if the guy we're talking to, oh my God, follows Joe Rogan on Instagram, well, like they're like a complete red flag. Oh my God, so red flag. And we should probably just stop talking to them completely. Oh my God, you follow Joe Rogan. Oh my God, you follow Joe Rogan. Oh my God, red flag, red flag, red flag. Oh, red flag, red flag. I just fucked my background up. Whatever. Red flag, red flag. You follow Joe Rogan on Instagram. Oh my God, I gotta stop talking to y'all. Girls. Just stop with the craziness, girls. According to Walz, this test has been her go-to for years and years and years, with her and her friends immediately cutting ties with any potential male suitors who follow the widely popular podcaster, comedian, UFC commentator, Joe Rogan. She went as far as to call Joe Rogan questionable and unprofessional, claiming that his platform spreads misinformation and straight up lies. It's lies and misinformation. The 23-year-old daughter of Tampon Tim says, Joe Rogan is nothing but lies and misinformation, says the 23-year-old daughter of Tampon Tim. While Walz proudly touted this approach as foolproof, critics were quick to point out the irony. Why does she even have critics? That's my question. Why does Tim Walz's 23-year-old daughter even have critics? What critics are even replying to this 23-year-old daughter of Tampon Tim? Why do you even care? Why are you even giving it time? Why are you even wasting your time replying to the stupidity of a 23-year-old girl? Is my question. Why, man? Why? Why are you wasting your time, man? Conservatives noted that dismissing someone for following the host of the most popular podcast in the whole entire world, known for sparking open and thought-provoking discussions, might explain why Hope and her friends seem to be limiting themselves to a bunch of personalities as weak as their soy boy lattes. Entertaining, right? Entertaining. I bring you all the best shit, folks. I'm telling you, I bring you all the best shit. So follow the show. You 12 people, if you're not already following this show, follow the damn show. I bring you interesting, cool stuff like this. All right? Do it. Just do it now. Hit the follow button. Hit the follow button. Keep watching the show because I bring you good shit like this.
A litmus test for me and my friends for like years now has been if the guy we're talking to follows Joe Rogan on Instagram, they're a red flag and we should probably stop talking to them. And the times when they do follow him on Instagram and we haven't stopped talking to them, which was in the past, obviously, it's never ended well. So yeah, I just want to say that I stand by that. It's literally never failed us. And at this point, it's like the first thing we do when someone starts talking to a new person. If they follow him, we're like, yeah, this person probably isn't a great person and probably our values don't align. So we're going to move on from that. And honestly, it's worked out well for all of us. Like, obviously, there's been some heartbreak in there because of it, or at least some disappointment. But it truly is a litmus test. And I got you, ladies. You should start doing it. But yeah, I very much stand by that. He's questionable and unprofessional in my opinion. Oops. I don't know how you have the largest podcast in the world and are able to just lie and put out misinformation and straight up lies on your platform.
So I would love to know, is anybody taking their advice from a 23-year-old daughter of Tampon Tim? I mean, I'm sure there are some girls out there that think she's probably the bee's knees. She's your new golden dove, like your Rachel Zegler for Disney, because I'm pretty sure her and Rachel Zegler would be like best friends. Her and Rachel Zegler probably hang out with each other. They're probably like best friends. They're like besties. They're like BFFs. They probably text each other all the time about what kind of new videos they should make, about how they hate all Trump supporters. Oh my God, we gotta stop. I'm gonna make a video about how we have to stop talking to boys on Instagram that follow Joe Rogan. Because all he does is lie and misinformation. And I don't like that. So if you're a boy and you're on Instagram and we're having a conversation and I see you're following Joe Rogan, oh my God, I'm so gonna stop talking to you. I, daughter of Tampon Tim, am going to stop talking to you. Is that a fucking threat? Does that seem like a threat to you? Because that's not a threat to me. I don't want to be involved in anybody like that personally. I mean, I'm an older guy, so I don't. She's like young enough to be my daughter. But if my daughter started acting, like that, I would be upset. I would have to say I would be upset. I think I might have raised her wrong. I think I might have let her go to the wrong fucking schools. Maybe I should have homeschooled her. Maybe I should have done something like that. Because, yeah. This girl's young enough to be my daughter. And if my daughter said some shit like that, especially posted it on the internet, I would be like, we're going to have a little conversation about your internet privileges. Because you're dumb. You're dumb. And you need to stop showing the world how fucking dumb you are. Got it? Got it. That being said, that was the show. We can't call it system failure anymore because it's not a system failure show. So I am still requesting. I am still requesting your help with a new name for the show. You guys give me a new name for the show. Happy joy. Happy joy. Maybe we should call it the Smiley Face Show. Now I know there used to be a show called the Travis Smiley Show or something like that. But maybe we should call it the Smiley Face Show. The Smiley Face Show, where we only talk about like celebrities and music and entertainment and things like that, things that I don't really give a shit about, but everybody else seems to want to watch it. So I really would like for you guys to help me out with some suggestions for show names. If you guys could help me out there. I'm blasting on 4 different platforms right now. I'm pretty sure someone on one of you 4 platforms could give me a little help with the new show name. You give me a help with the new show name, and then I'll work on the graphics myself on my side. All right. So I appreciate you guys watching. I'm gonna call it right now. We're just gonna call it the Smiley Face Show. We're gonna call it the Smiley Face Show with the Asian Libertarian. The Smiley Face Show with the Asian Libertarian. We're just going to call it that for now until we figure out a new name. That being said, folks, I hope you guys did enjoy. And if you did enjoy, please follow whatever platform you're watching it on. Whatever platform you're watching this live stream on, please follow along. Follow along in our adventure to bring you more smiley, happy shows like this. This is Master G, your host. Have a great night. I'll see you on the next one. Peace. That's a peace sign for those folks that don't know that. It means peace.